Chris. We've heard that from everybody. I mean, so I'm numb to that. I'm numb to that statement. That's all. I'm numb to that statement. So, no, does that interview, would I like to hear him say it for his benefit? Yeah, if he wanted to say it. But you know what? He answered questions. And basically, I mean, it's 39 votes short. If you want to go back to school, 75%.
All right, we're back live. Sparky Milarky Show. Sparky Milarky Television. And I just saw Craig Biggio's comment, which right away they're talking about, it's his comment regarding how he didn't get into the Hall of Fame. And he starts, and you can tell he's evasive. You can just see it in his face, his eyes. He's got a guilty look on his face. You can see it, people. Check it out. And he says, I don't got to defend my career. The pennants are on the wall. He says bad stuff. Granted, he doesn't have the gift of gab, whatever. But then he says PEDs to me, that whole thing is a joke. Really? Because people die. There's people in Dominican Republic, kids that die because they take them. It's not a joke. It's the same exact reaction Rafael Palmeiro had with the finger point. It's a joke in the finger point. And he says, I did everything. How you doing? We're back live in the studio. The Sparky Milarky Show, Sparky Milarky Television, SparkySkills@gmail.com, 786-499-7746. So I just picked up the new Galaxy 4G with the outer case here. I don't know. He told me to get it. And while I love its features, and it is a very nice user-friendly phone, it feels like a brick. It's huge. It's heavy. I mean, is that normal? Call me up. Let me know if this is something I need to adapt to. Is the iPhone this big and heavy? Call me up, 786-499-7746, The Sparky Milarky Show. Coming back. Don't move. I don't know, we're going to have maintenance come in and work on that. My goodness. We need the site-on-site group in here. Alright, we're coming back. The Sparky Milarky Show, evening edition.
Nobody knew what to do. You have different opinions, and bottom line, nobody's in the Hall of Fame. And I believe a guy like Craig Biggio and these guys, you know, they take a black eye because this whole situation, whether or not, if he would have been in, if he was on another ballot, first time, no one will know.
You know where the line is drawn? Whether or not you get called in front of Congress, basically, or you have to testify in front of a grand jury. That's where you draw the line. Gaylord Perry never got put in a grand jury box in order to testify. People didn't care about that stuff.
Gelsey.
After Jose Canseco started writing that book in the mid-2000s. That's when this country started caring, and that's why I'm upset, because we didn't have the foresight 10 years earlier to see that the day was coming. Now, obviously, we want to hear what you feel about the whole Hall of Fame voting. Are you disappointed? Are you okay with it? @IntentionalTalk is our Twitter handle. But moving forward, Kevin, Bonds and Clemens each got under 40% of the vote. What would you like to see their next step be? Do you think...
Call me up. Let me know the name of this song. 786-499-7746.
Say, hey, guess what? I was wrong. I did it, and I'm getting down on my hands and knees and saying, forgive me, please. Do you think that'll ever happen?
Man, I don't know. I think they've gone too far for that to happen. That should have happened a long time ago. I just think they're just too far in the game. You got to stand by with what they're standing by, whatever that is.
Yep.
And, you know, bottom line is if it is important to these guys who have never touched it or been linked to it and then feel that they're getting a bad rap for it,
he's right.
Get out and speak about it.
That's what my pop said. America forgives people. Might as well just come out and say you're sorry and they'll forgive you.
Yeah, even Clemens allegedly...
Shout out to my pop.
...his Twitter account and said, hey, listen,
I'll let you, boy.
The facts are the facts, and I'll move on, and I'm a little disappointed, all that sort of stuff. But
Skills headquarters all day.
I don't see these guys getting in because I don't think people are going to change their minds about it. I mean, maybe there's a certain percentage of the voters that said, I'm going to penalize them by not putting them in on the first ballot, and then after that I'll change my mind. But remember, you got to get 75% of the vote.
Bums.
That Barry Bonds
stinking bums.
Double the number of votes he got in his first try. So I'm not so sure it's even going to happen in his 15-year allotment.
Yeah, it is crazy. It truly, if you sit back and go, wow, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, not in the Hall of Fame.
It's okay with me.
Crazy. Take away the steroids, take away the Congress, take away the lying, take away all the stuff.
No, can't take it away, buddy. This is real life. Can't take back things that you did to people.
Clean your own closet before you come clean mine.
No, no. Not when you're Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens. We can clean their closets. They're on our TV screen every day.
It is crazy. That's why it's sad to me. It's sad because they made their choices. It's sad because we didn't respond in a positive manner in the baseball world. We, because you know what, we care about this game. And Kevin, if the players' union, if I was a players' union rep, I would have stood up in the mid-90s and said, hey, listen, we're destroying our game. It might not be right now because the salaries are going up, the TV money is going up, but somewhere down the line, we're ruining it for a future generation.
Look at Kevin's face.
And you know what, we have to take some responsibility. The players didn't...
Brian Gels, shout out to Brian Gels.
So that's just the way I sit on this whole thing. So it upsets me. Now I'm curious, what about the opinion of the commissioner of baseball, Bud Selig? A lot of members caught up with him on
This is not to be voted to make sure somebody gets in every year. It's to be voted on to make sure that
another bum.
that they're deserving, and so I respect the writers as well as the hall itself. And
this guy's probably got a one-way ticket down.
Diminishes the hall of baseball is just ridiculous, in my opinion.
I respect the opinion, but I can't believe it though.
Me either.
It's disappointing.
Yeah, he's got.
No, it's opposite of your opinion, so it is disappointing in your opinion.
He's got cojones.
I'm kind of on his side. I don't, you know, it's just kind of, it is what it is right now, and I don't think this is shocking. What I'm trying to say is I don't think this is shocking. I think we all kind of saw this coming.
There's a total difference between being shocked, I'm not shocked, and disappointed, which I am. Because I love this game, and I love Hall of Fame weekend. I just cannot believe we're not going to have a living member going in. It's a player. It's just so weird. So weird. All right, we'll continue on. So as we look ahead for 2014, we got a possible first-year class that has no direct link to performance-enhancing drugs. How will their arrival affect the likes of Bonds, Clemens, and the rest? And how should the Hall change its voting requirements? We're going to kick that around and more with the Mater D, Milarky.
Uh-oh. Come on.
You look good.
The Mater D.
Rolling down this street on Vogue.
Coming up, slamming Cadillac down.
Coming up next on my son Stevie's show, we have an exciting video, someone falling over.
That was one of the greatest things in my life right there.
That's dope.
Okay, getting back to what I was saying, I gotta be quick, get back to lunch. They were just talking to Herm Edwards was talking to Nick Saban on the phone, and Nick Saban said, you know, we're developing people here at Alabama. We want them to graduate. We want them to have careers off the field. Excuse me. So, I turned to my fiance and I said, you know, people don't know, they don't know that. They don't know that as a coach, it's, believe it or not, and this may be a conflict of interest, but it's far more important to see your guy be a good person in life than to be a great player on the field. Now, obviously, we need him to be a great player on the field, and we get that done one way or another, but, you know, life is not easy. There's a lot of troubled people, so, you know, the home life is not perfect. You got to be there for these kids. So I said to my fiance, excuse me, I said, Kristen, she teaches, what, special education high school?
Right, yeah.
And I said, your job is so far more than 6+3, teaching kids 6+3. She said, oh my God. So it's like, that stuff really, okay, you do that, you're supposed to do that, and you got to do that, but you need to teach people good manners, how to act in the world, how to get a job, how to, you know, maybe they don't have someone at home teaching them how to brush their teeth. Maybe they come in with bad breath every day. And you say, did you brush your teeth? And they say, no. Well, you got to brush your teeth. That's what teachers and coaches do, you know.
And wear deodorant.
And wear deodorant. Some people don't believe in deodorant, I told you, because of high mercury levels.
Yeah.
And
they can get Tom's All Natural deodorant then.
Tom's All Natural. Call us up, 786-499-7746. It's the Sparky Milarky Show. It is 4:03 p.m., January 10th. It's cold outside. Okay, what I wanted to say is, let's say, you know, if a guy makes an error on the field that costs me the game, okay, I can get through that. I'll work on it with him. I love him to death still, maybe even more. I get, as long as he cares and works hard. Now, if the guy screws up at school, maybe he beat someone up or he said something offensive and hurt a girl's feelings or something, a character flaw, I'm going to be very... What was that? Oh. I'm going to be very, very disappointed, and that kid's going to run and run and run so he can think about it. We're coming right back. It's the Sparky Milarky Show. Don't move. What were you saying, babe?
What about deodorant?
No, not about the deodorant.